Hey guys, and welcome back to the Chicago White Sox franchise. We're going to start off year 3 in this episode. As you see there, we're going to have opening day against Kansas City. Michael King, our big signing in free agency, is going to take them out on opening day for us. And he's going to go against Brady Singer. I guess Singer is the ace over Jacob deGrom on this Royals team. If you guys missed the offseason, let me just give you a quick recap of what our lineup is going to look like this year. It's Vaughn Grissom, Randy Arozarena, Heston Kjerstad, Marcell Ozuna, Gavin Sheets, J.D. Davis, Colson Montgomery, Oscar Colas, and Joey Bart. That'll be obviously against righties, against lefties. It'll be a little bit different. And our bench players are Victor Robles, Corey Lee, Gio Urshela, and Dominic Fletcher is back, but he is on the bench. As our starting rotation looks very different, as our two new signings, Michael King and Chris Paddock, are at the top of our rotation. Drew Thorpe behind them. Dean Kremer in the 4 spot. And another new signing, Eric Lauer, is in the 5th spot. Hopefully he has a good year. If not, we have a ton of prospects starting pitching-wise that could potentially fill the role. Bullpen is Devi Garcia, Carl Edwards Jr., Sinel Perez, Steven Wilson, Ian Jabot, Matt Strom, Lucas Sims, and Joe Barlow. So that is our team. Here's just a quick overshot of our top prospects that could be coming this season, or may not, but these are the closer ones. Roger Magana, of course, 76 A potential. Noah Schultz, 74 B potential. Unfortunately, he was hurt last year, so kind of far away. Grant Taylor's excelled at every level as a starting pitcher, so he might be a guy coming up. The Chicago kid, Harper Goodwin, he's not ready as far as the other guys are, but one of our top prospects in the system at least. Can't forget about Nick Nix, guy we just drafted, 18, 64 B potential. So he's a guy that has a few years away. Same thing with Ryan Savage, a few years away. So I guess I'm not showing everyone who's up soon, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. This is our top prospects with the guys who are ready as well. Ethan Salas, we very well may see this season, depending on the year we have. If we're in competition and we're doing good and fighting for a wild card spot, I think I'm going to call him up. We will see, though. His stats are looking MLB ready now. He's 80 overall. Matthew Lyon, a guy we drafted in the first round last year. He looks incredible. 18 years old, 73 A potential, second baseman. Decent fielding stats. Like I said, he's got 79 durability, even though he said he was injured in his doctor exam. So I guess it worked out. Maybe we just got lucky. Let me know if any of you drafted an injured player before. Kobe Mayo is MLB ready, I would say, but J.D. Davis right now is at 3rd, and Gavin Sheets is at 1st, and Marcell Ozuna is at DH, so there's just nowhere to put him. Let him keep growing while we can. And Chuck Dutzman, another guy we got from the Orioles last year. I think he's one of those guys where his overall start's high, but his potential is probably in the low Bs because he hasn't grown too much. But still, I mean, those stats are great. He's going to start in Double A. I want him to grow. If he's slow growing but doing good, he'll get called up. Dylan Head, another guy we got from the Padres. You know, he'll continue to grow. Same with Samuel Zavala. He's been hurt the last 2 seasons, stunted his growth. I don't think he's going to have a chance to make the MLB team. He might be a guy we trade at the deadline if we're in competition. But anyway, we got a long way to go before that trade deadline and to see if we're going to compete. We're going to play the whole first month in this episode is, like we said, opening day, Brady Singer versus Michael King. Brady Singer donned a 4.17 ERA in this game. I feel like he's one of those guys where no matter what, his ERA is always in the 4s. Like, no matter what his overall is, it's always in the 4s. Michael King actually had a pretty high ERA, 4.92, but he was part of that Padres team that won the World Series, and his postseason stats were incredible. I showed it at the end of the season, so 2 episodes ago, if you go back, we went over the Padres roster, and he was just incredible in that postseason. Anyway, bottom of the first, Michael King's first batter he's going to face is going to be a strikeout. And then next up is Spencer Steer. He's on the Royals in this one. He strikes him out as well. So Michael King making quick work at his first 2 batters he faces as a White Sox. Bobby Witt Jr., though, is up next, and he bloops one in the center, and his high speed, he is going to round first, going for 2. Arozarena's throw in the second is not in time. The 2-out double for Bobby Witt. Next up, Nelson Velasquez, and he puts a charge into one to center field. Randy Arozarena, not the best first step. He's going back. He's at the track, and he makes the play, running right in front of the wall as the Royals don't score in the first. Top of the second, it's Gavin Sheets. He rips one in the gap. This one's headed for the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double for Gavin Sheets. So we got a little bit something going here in the second inning in this new look offense. I'm expecting more offensive highlights, and in the second it's J.D. Davis. Look at Bobby Witt from the outfield grass. Jump throw. What a beauty. I know J.D. Davis doesn't have a lot of speed, but Bobby Witt fielded that in the outfield and then still had the power to jump and throw it and waggle his finger. We get the runner over to third, but Oscar Colas can't come through. So we waste the leadoff double from Gavin Sheets. It is still no score. In the third, Joey Bart hits one deep to left, going back to the left fielder. He's still back. He's at the wall. It is bounced. It actually bounced over the wall. I was so confused at first. I thought it was a home run, but it's a ground rule double. Bounces over the wall. Next up, Vaughn Grissom is going to do his job, get the runner over. So we got a runner on third and one out for Randy Arozarena. Can he come through at his first White Sox hit? He bloops one into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. His first hit as a White Sox is an RBI single in the top of the third to give the White Sox a 1-0 lead as Arozarena comes through. And a couple batters later, it's Marcell Ozuna. He's going to chop one over the third baseman's glove for a base hit. So he gets his first hit as a White Sox as well. We got first and second, 2 out for Gavin Sheets. And Gavin Sheets is going to stay hot. This time he's going to find the other gap in left center field this time. And again, it heads all the way to the wall. And Arozarena scores easily. Marcell Ozuna rounds third, and he scores as well. It's 3-0 White Sox in the third. Big 2-run double from Gavin Sheets makes it 3-0. We would go to the fifth. Michael King cruising along in this one. Royals got a runner on first, one out, and it's an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play to get out of the fifth. Michael King dealing so far. Top of the sixth, runner on first, one out for Oscar Colas, and he is going to take ball 2. And Oscar Colas rips one down the right field line, and that's headed towards the sidewall. Runner on first goes first to third. He thought about going home, but he's going to stay right there. It's a double for Oscar Colas. Second and third, one out. Joey Bart already has 2 hits on the day, make it a 3-hit opening day. This one being an RBI single, 4-0 White Sox, and we still got first and third, one out. Joey Bart having a big opening day in that 9 spot. Vaughn Grissom, though, would kill this rally as that's a 5-4-3 double play, but 4-0. Michael King trying to get through 6 innings in his debut, and he gets Bobby Witt Jr. to hit a comebacker, throws to first, and that'll do it as Michael King goes 6 innings, only 2 hits he gave up, and that's the end of his debut as a White Sox. It could not have been better. 6 shutout innings. In the 7th, it's Marcell Ozuna. We signed him for power, and he proves it right here. Deep to left and gone into the bullpen. Marcell Ozuna homers on opening day, his first home run of the season, of course. We signed him to hit home runs, bring pop to this lineup, and he's doing just that right away. Solo shot makes it 5-0. We jump ahead. It's 5-1 in the 9th. Gavin Sheets up, 2 on, 2 out, and he is going to come through again. His third hit of the game is a base hit, and 6-1 Chicago is how this one would end, as Cionel Perez was on the mound in the 9th, and he works an easy inning as Drew Waters grounds to Gavin Sheets to end the game. White Sox win it on opening day. The offense looked pretty good. The new look offense looked good. They scored 6 runs, and we go to a rather easy victory against the Royals. We're jumping ahead to our home opener now, and it's against the Houston Astros, and we are 3-3. It doesn't show the record, but we actually swept the Royals and then got swept by the Braves, so we're 3-3. A pretty, 500 ball, though. It's not too bad. Chris Paddock looked like he had a great first start. 7 innings, pretty good. 7 Ks as well, and he got the win in that one. First batter he's going to face in the home opener, Starling Marte, and he gets him swinging. So Chris Paddock off to a strong start. Next up, Jeremy Pena. It's a 10-pitch at bat. It was a long one, but he finally gets Pena looking on an inside fastball. So just like Michael King started off the regular season opener with 2 strikeouts, Chris Paddock does the same in the home opener. Bottom of the first, it's Vaughn Grissom leading off. He hits one deep into the gap, going back to center fielder. He looks up. It's going to one-hop off the wall. It's a leadoff double for Vaughn Grissom. Let's see if we can get him around the score and get on the board early. Next up, Randy Arozarena. He flies one into right field. Right fielder's going back. Starling Marte leaps. He can't make the play, and it bounces over the wall. It's an RBI ground rule double for Randy Arozarena, 1-0 White Sox. Next up, Marcell Ozuna. He rips one into left field. Randy Arozarena rounds third. He's coming home. The throw is offline and not in time. 2-0 White Sox in the first. J.D. Davis, couple batters later, he rips one up the middle for a base hit. Marcell Ozuna goes to second. So first and second, one out. By the way, Heston Kjerstad was not playing this game. He picked up an injury, but it was like a few-day injury. Anyway, Colson Montgomery rips one to right. This is way over Starling Marte's head, and it's way over the wall as well. It's a 3-run shot for Colson Montgomery, second of the season, and it's a 5-run first inning for the White Sox, and we jump on the Astros early in this one. We're jumping ahead all the way to the fourth, now 7-0. Marcell Ozuna is going to make it 8-0 with this base hit up the middle. It was just a big offensive day early on, and then things just kind of cooled down in this one. Chris Paddock was absolutely balling. He would give up a run throughout the course of the game, but in the 8th here gets Chas McCormick to strike out swinging, and his night would be over. 8 innings, only 1 run. Chris Paddock was sensational in the home opener. So Michael King and Chris Paddock are 2 new signings. Both had great starts to start off their White Sox careers here. In the 9th, Deivi Garcia in to close it out against Yainer Diaz, and Yainer Diaz is going to take him deep to left. That's a 3-run shot, 8-4, but the Astros would be down to their last out, so it was just a nice little stat boosting there from Yainer Diaz. Not great for Deivi Garcia. His ERA is going to be inflated. Next up, Jose Altuve, and finally Deivi Garcia gets him the line to right, and Oscar Colas makes the play. So another win in the video. Our offense is showing out so far. It's more balanced. It has more pop. Things are going well right now, but it's very early days in the season. We're going to jump ahead later in the month. Let's see how that record holds up. We're in Boston, and we're 14-8. Pretty dang good. Red Sox are 9-14. Not as good. Cutter Crawford, in his first 4 starts, 5.03 ERA, so not like what he's doing in real life, absolutely dealing. I think he lost to the Cubs, though, yesterday. But anyway, in the first, 2 out, nobody on. Heston Kjerstad back from that little injury, and he rips one deep to right field. No doubt about this one. Gone way out of here. Solo shot from Heston Kjerstad. He gets on the board. He's off to a little bit of a slow start this season. As you see, if you might have noticed, his average was not that great. But his second home run of the year gives us the lead. Still in the first, it's Marcell Ozuna. 2 out. Nobody on. He's going to draw a walk, so he's still alive here in this first inning. It's going to be Gavin Sheets up next. 1-1 count on him, and he's off to a blazing hot start as that one is absolutely crushed to right center field. No doubter. 3-0 Chicago. 2-run shot from Gavin Sheets. He's off to a really, really hot start on the season. That's his 4th home run at this point, as we'll go over everyone's stats at the end of the month as well. Another guy who's off to a good start is Drew Thorpe. 4 starts, he's 2-0 with a 2.33 ERA. He's pitching really good so far, continuing to grow. He's been great ever since getting called up. But leading off, it's Jared Duran. He hits a base hit in the center field. So Red Sox got the leadoff guy on in the first. See if they can get him around. Next up is Rafaela, and Rafaela chops one to short. Montgomery, though, super slow, tries to go to second for the force, and everyone's safe. Just a really, really slow chain of events. Guess it should have went to first, but I thought Montgomery would be a little quicker. Drew Thorpe gets a big K right there. Next up, Tristan Casas grounds to first, just what the doctor ordered. On to Montgomery, back to Drew Thorpe. It's a double play, and Drew Thorpe gets out of the jam. In the second, first and third, 1 out. That's a walk to Vaughn Grissom. It's bases loaded, 1 out, still 3-0. Randy Rosarina, can he come through? He lines one into left center field. That's a base hit. It gets down. 2 runs are going to score. Vaughn Grissom goes to third. It's a 2-run single for Rosarina. 5-0 here in the 5th. Jumping a little later, it's 6-0. Gavin Sheets up. He puts a drive and a 1 to left, headed for the monster, but it's caught by Jared Duran right in front of the wall. It's a sac fly. It'd be 7-0 as our offense again just had a great day. It's 8-0 at this point. Red Sox would get a run here. Base hit by Yoshida. Scores Jared Duran. So Drew Thorpe gives up a run in the 6th, but it's 8-1. Drew Thorpe trying to get through the 7th now. It's 9-2 at this point, and he will get out of a jam here. Gets Rafaela to fly to left. His day was done. 7 innings, 2 runs, and our offense showed up to make it a 9-2 game. We would just sim ahead to the 9th. Actually got a little bit more interesting as it ended 10-5, but Ian Jabot gets a strikeout, and we pick up the win. Drew Thorpe goes 7 innings, 2 earned. He was great. Our offense, again, showing up. You would think that, we're just a completely new team, and we are. Look at the first month, how it ended. We're 20-11. Wow, very, very good. Never had a month even close to this last year, as you see. Winning a lot of series. We won against Houston. We swept Detroit for 4. We swept a couple other teams. As we're in first place in the AL Central after 1 month of the season, 1 game up on the Twins. I mean, it's still early. A lot can go wrong, but things are going really well. Let's see how the guys are doing. Vaughn Grissom 230, a little slow. 252 with 8 homers for Randy Arozarena. Very, very good. Had a great month. Hurst, like we said, off to a slow start. 189, only 2 homers. But he'll come around, I'm sure of that. So I'm not too worried. Marcell Ozuna, 246 with 5 homers. I mean, nothing to write home about, but it's not bad. Gavin Sheets, red hot, 350, 6 homers, and 23 ribbies in the first month of the season. Incredible from Gavin Sheets. J.D. Davis, 273 with 6 homers. Very respectable all around. One of the standout stars, too, is Colson Montgomery. He's batting .324 with 7 homers to start the year. He is looking to have a very nice second full year in the big leagues. He's off to a great start. Oscar Colas, a little slow, 235, 3 homers for him. Might be a guy we replaced at the deadline. And Joey Bart, 262 is not bad for our catcher. Michael King is off to a little rough start, 493. Not great. He's hot, so he must have been pitching better of late. But he's the only guy off to a slow start. Look at Chris Paddock, 1.88 ERA in 43 innings. He's 6-0 already. He already has 6 wins. Probably only has 6 starts, I would imagine. I'm not sure, maybe a little bit more, but 6 wins in 1 month is kind of crazy. Drew Thorpe, low 3s, 3.09 ERA. Can't complain with that. He looks very good to start the season. Again, it's very early, but still looks good. Dean Kremer, exactly a 3 ERA, so he's pitching very well as well. Whole rotation so far, and Eric Lauer, who we didn't really expect much just to be decent, is pitching great. He's got a sub-3 ERA to start off his season as well. So our starting rotation has really been a bright spot, unlike last year where it was probably the worst in the majors, I would imagine, just looking at the pure numbers. Deivi Garcia's doing good in the long relief. Carl Edwards Jr. has been terrific in his first 15 innings. Cionel Perez has been much better, 13 innings pitched, 2.08 ERA, very, very good. Steven Wilson, he went 27 shutout innings last year before giving out a run. That's not the case this year. He's off to a little bit of a slow start, but he'll come around. Same thing with Ian Gibaut, much better last year, but on 10.2 innings, he's given up quite a few runs so far. Matt Strom's been good so far, only came in 4 2/3, but he's been good when he has been in. Same thing with Lucas Sims, hasn't given up a run in 5 2/3, and Joe Barlow's been great so far in the closing role. So our lineup's hitting, we're getting production from our lineup. Our pitching has been great, and that's why we're in first place. Let's see what some of our prospects are doing. We got a 2.14 ERA from Roger Magana. Very good stuff. Hasn't grown overall yet, but keeps pitching like that, he will. Noah Schultz, I made a mistake. He's not in the rotation, but I will put him in. Either way, he's still pitching good in 41 innings, sub-3 ERA. Ethan Salas off to a great start, 274. Already has 5 home runs. I think he had like 6 or 7 home runs of all last year, and now he already has 5 in 24 games. That is exactly what I was waiting for to call him up. He looks very, very good and very MLB ready. I don't know. Might have to make that call soon. Matthew Lyon in his first 9 professional games is batting .303 with a homer, so he's looking promising. Just hoping he grows this year. He won't be on the MLB team, but hopefully he can grow and be here soon to help us out. He looks like a bona fide stud. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this first month. It's been a pleasant surprise. We're 20-11. We're getting production again. I don't expect to have a great month every month. I know, things are going to happen and people are going to struggle, but right now, could not have asked for a better start. We're first in the AL Central, and it really does look like this is a whole brand new team. Even the young guys are looking different. Montgomery's going off. Hurstad's a little slow, but I know he'll get there, so we'll be all right. Here's what the schedule looks like going ahead. I'm not sure who I'll play in the next episode, but we'll get 3 games from this month and see if we're still on pace to be having a good season after the end of May. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.